Good morning guys, welcome back to Alan's Allotment. It's Monday, Bank Holiday Monday, the 30th of August 2021. Thanks for popping along again, and as promised, today we hope to be able to give you a pigeon video. Sorry for my absence of late. I've had a lot going on in my life and I have not been well at all. However, I didn't get up through the week as promised to try and get some lofts cleaned out. I just wasn't well. So basically what I've done is I came up on Saturday and tended to the garden basically, which was pretty urgent and needed doing. Watering the plants, doing a bit of weeding, spraying down some of the plants that were being eaten by caterpillars and slugs, and we put some slug pellets down as well. Yesterday we came up and one half of the 24-foot section of the race loft, we got all the floors up, we bottomed it all out, completely disinfected. We even cut some wide boards for under the perches now as drop boards for the pigeon manure. Instead of having all those little pieces in, which was like a jigsaw puzzle, we've got two full length boards. Cut the notches out round the runners so we could slide it right back. And so we have two full lengths now, which are easy for scraping. Cracking job. That was yesterday. That's pretty much all I did get done yesterday, and tending the plants again as well. I didn't video it, obviously. Today I've got the other half of the 24-foot sections, another two sections, where I have about, I think there's 23 birds in there, which are predominantly all youngsters from this year. One or two of the older ones that are going to be for sale. I'm going to chase them out into the aviary today after I've had this cup of coffee, and then we're going to get all of that bottomed out as well, all the floors up, get cleaned in there, everything tickety boo, and then we're going to start sorting out, well, assuming I can get them back into the shed from out of the aviary, we'll start sorting them out, cocks and hens, the best we can, because there's only 7 in the sections that I cleaned yesterday, only 7 birds. I think it's 4 cocks and 3 hens, but we're going to start sorting those out now and part them all for the winter. The young birds are all mature and really nice. So I just want to say thanks again to all my new subscribers, all your likes, comments and dislikes. Please bear with me. I know I've been absent of late, but hopefully going forward there may be some more videos coming up. Today I'm going to get this cup of coffee, and then hopefully we're going to give you the pigeon video that we promised earlier in the last video. Right guys, as promised, we're all cleaned out now. You'll see I've now cut some boards, proper drop boards for these. They're a bit stained because they've been outside in the rain. These are the boards that are salvaged from the nest boxes in the tin loft. So they're a bit damp and wet, but they're drying out now nicely. So basically we've cut it so that it comes in round the corner here. We've moved the trough under the back there as well. We'll scrape that down periodically. Excuse me. So we've had a good old clean out in here, and we've started separating the birds. Now there might still be 1 or 2 to move, but I've got what are pretty much your cocks and hens separated. So we've got 2 frill stencil Trigoninos here, which we've been using in the breeding, and they're going to be for sale now that we've got the frill and toy stencil into the race birds. These 2 will be for sale. This fantail, I had it down as a cock, but I'm now thinking this is actually a hen, so we've brought it back into the hen section. Moving around, these are predominantly the youngsters from this year. All of them are heavy in the molt now guys, but so they're looking a little bit ragged. So here we have an indigo, the double factor indigo. That came off the white bar cock and the indigo hen. And then we have our young brown. That was the last one we took off the nest. And I'm still thinking, yeah, it's actually a recessive red. It came off the nest much darker than that, and it was hard to tell whether it was going to be a recessive red or a brown, but I've got it down as a recessive red now, guys. And we've got one of the ice youngsters, very heavy in the malt, as you can see. I believe that's a ice N, split for barless. That will be for sale. Moving down, we've got the good Andalusian hen, the very first one we ever bred out as a lay bred, and she's the mother now of 2 frill stencils. I'll show you those in a moment. And we've got a nice barless blue, one of the last youngsters we took off, and I'm hoping and praying it does look like this one's a hen. We'll keep this one. And we have another ice split for barless, that one will be for sale. And then we're moving round to this one. Sorry, that first recessive red is definitely a recessive red. It's this one I'm undecided on. You see how much darker this one is? Still can't make my mind up whether it's a recessive red or a brown, but I do think this one's a brown. Moving over, we have a brown hen, which we know is a brown. They're a little bit spooked because they're just being put into a new section that they're unfamiliar with. So that is a brown hen. We're keeping that one. Moving up, we've got the crosses from the Triganinos and the frill stencils. Little hen there. Then our little Andalusian frill stencil, which we nearly lost, has made it, and as you can see, she didn't get a ring on this one, but you can see it's doing really well and thriving now, starting to fall heavy in the mould. Then we have a penciled indigo pied, which is the nest mate to this double factor indigo. They're both out of the white bar cock in the other loft with the indigo hen. Moving around, we've got our Coleman, which I believe is a hen, which is brilliant. This hen will definitely be going back to the Coleman cock next year. Assuming it is a hen, I'm pretty certain it is. Moving up, we've got a reduced Triganino. She's actually laid an egg. I've just put a pot in there until she's laid a second egg, and then we'll throw it out. And the cocks have been separated now. Moving on, we have an opal pied hen, 2018 bird, but no rings. And then we have another Triganino cross frill stencil in the top there, which looks like another hen. And we really are short on hens in the blacks and frill stencils. And I know I've missed one. Here we go. And this here is the son of this hen when he sits still on her. I was saying son, I actually think this is a large hen because she's a very big hen. And this one here, as you can see, is a lovely frill stencil. And that's the mother of it. This is a black frill stencil. And the father's a white bar toy stencil, split frill stencil cock. And you can see, nice pigeon. The nest mate is also frill stencil, but not as well marked. It has the makings of the white bars. And it is a definite cock. Just a slightly better look at the brown, now it's moved out a bit. So these are, I believe, all hens. Well, there is another nice little indigo pied hen here that will also be for sale from the first round that someone wanted but then didn't send for it. So yeah, anyone looking for frill stencil, toy stencil to put into a breeding project, these two are for sale. Take you through into the other section now, guys, where the cocks are. I'm going to open this aviary back up now and let them out for a bath. I'm going to open this and let them back into the aviary and have a bath in a moment. Just let them settle down for 10 minutes. They've only just been moved. Take you into the cock sections now. There's only 20 birds in there in total, in that big double section, and in here there's even less. So these have all been cleaned out as well, and as you see, we've cut new boards, full length boards. These have dried out a bit better, and we've cut the notches out so we can slide them right back. Much easier for scraping now, guys. In here, I believe these are all cocks. We know this ice split barless is a cock, definitely. It's also for sale. Then we have a white bar, sorry, we have a toy stencil, frill stencil split, who is completely black. Then we have his brother here. He's the father. He was paired to the Andalusian frill stencil we've just seen through there, and he's the father of that nice frill stencil through there, and he's also the father of this one here, which, as you can see, is going to be white bar or frill stencil. He's not as well marked as the Nestmate, but I think the Nestmate is the better marked one, and I'm hoping and praying it's just a large hen. We have another indigo white flight cock. Then we have a blondinette trig, white check trig. As you can see, they're carrying no white, but they are split for both toy and frill stencil and full lace. Then we have the brother to this cock from these were the two of the first layer bred frill stencils we tried. As you can see, this one's marked, that one isn't, but he still carries a frill stencil, again heavy in the mould. Moving down, we've got another laced blondinette cock crossed to the white check trig. Again, no white, just a tiny spot on the head, that's all, but all these are carrying full lace toy and frill. And then we have another one here. This was the last one off the nest, and this one is actually white check, and this is off the blondinette cock with the white check trig end. Again, another cock, so we've got 3 cocks, and I think it's 1 hen off that pair in the end. Then moving round, and last but not least, we have another, you can just see the bronzing in the wings. This is also frill stencil, toy stencil. This is off the white check trig, sorry, the white check Lebanon, paired to the black split frill stencil hen. And that's a youngster, first round off that pair this year. So we've only got a total of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We've only got 10s in this, 10 cocks in this double section. Now, in this section, we might let this frill stencil cock go. We might let this frill stencil, toy stencil cock go, although he's got no white. He's toy stencil and frill stencil. This one is getting the white bars now, and we'll let that one go. The ice split for barless cock can go. The indigo white flight can go. And that's it out of here, guys. Excuse me. So all we have is 10 birds in this loft. Oh, we cut another drop board for under these perches as well. So we only have 10 cocks in here, including the fantail cock, in this great big double section loft. But what we're going to do is we're going to start selecting now. So I'm going to clean another empty loft out, and then the ones that I've identified for sale will move into that clean loft, and then out of the tin loft we'll sort through those. We'll put what's for sale into the empty loft with these that we've selected already that's for sale, and the rest of the cocks will move into here to give them more room, bigger aviary, and everything ready for winter. Right guys, it's just a short video. I'm not going to hang around today. I've done all I'm going to do today. So I hope you've had a good look at the birds, and hope it was worth waiting for. Like I say, little and often, and I've pretty much had enough for today, I think. I'll give you a final roundup in the shed, and then we'll call it a day, guys. Right guys, I've pretty much had enough for today. I just can't do what I used to do anymore. So, full 24-foot loft done in 2 days, with a few extras of cutting the boards and getting those fitted to make life easier going forward. So, yeah, it is what it is, and we've got that entire 24-foot section cleaned out now, and pretty much the birds segregated in the sex-wise. I think I've got it right, but it might turn out that there's an odd hen in the cock section, or there's an odd cock in the hen section, like the big large false stencil, which I think is a large hen, same as its mother. I'm hoping it is, but it could turn out ultimately to be a cock. I'm just going to have this finish this cup of coffee, guys, and then I'm going down home for some food. And tomorrow, depending how I feel and how things are, then I may come up tomorrow, clean out the tin shed, out at least one section, and start to select some of those birds to move into the 24-foot race loft. And probably what I'll do is, when I've cleaned that section out, is I'll leave the birds that I'm going to be selling in that section, and move the ones I've already selected in the 24-foot loft down into that section as well. 2 birds and 1 stone. Right guys, I'm going to finish a cup of coffee and then I'm going home. As always, thanks for popping along. Thanks for your support. Thanks for all your likes, dislikes and your comments. Thanks to all my subscribers as always. I keep on saying this, but I really do appreciate you guys. And wherever you are in the world, excuse me, please stay safe, be practical, keep yourselves out of harm's way. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you again in the next video.